A very warm welcome to Joburg Today. I'm your host, Riley Sakanipo Sakwe, bringing you the latest when it comes to stories of the City of Gold. Global competitiveness was highlighted at the recently held Proudly South African exhibition in Sandton. The overall consensus was that simply selling products to South Africans will not cut it in order to boost our economy.
South Africa was formed in 2001 following the 1998 Presidential Job Summit, which was called by the late President Nelson Mandela. One of the key resolutions and key decisions of that summit was that there's a need to set up an organization and a campaign that will drive consciousness amongst the people of South Africa with a view to increasing the uptake of South African goods. Our core message is about beyond the emotive of saying, I love my country, I'm patriotic, I'm passionate about South Africa. It's also about the ability to convert that passion, that emotion into the rationale, which is supporting the goods and services that come out of South Africa.
A South African government delegation was also present supporting this initiative.
I think that what we're doing is we're using the tools of decisions that we make about purchases as government, but also to encourage more broadly consumers and procurement officers in the private sector to also consider buying South African products.
Localization is a lot broader than simply saying to South African consumers, buy South African produced goods and services. In fact, most of the South African business exhibitors here couldn't agree more. For them, it's all about being competitive, and experts here say challenges such as global competitiveness and other structural challenges have to be addressed first before localization can benefit the economy.
History has taught us that national pride, national patriotism, be it on the consumer side, be it on the part of any other part of the society, on its own is not sustainable. As soon as the emotions settle down, reality sets in. Reality is about quality of products, is about competitiveness, it's about sustainability. And therefore, yes, we should play into the emotions, but we cannot sustain the emotions unless we also pay attention to productivity, creativity, and what it takes to sustain productivity. Productivity is a very dynamic process. Legislation that was good 10 years ago is not good today. It will not be good 5 years from now. So we need to pay attention to the dynamic forces of sustaining competitiveness.
I don't think it's about because I'm South African, you need to support me. It's about having the right product for the market. And even if it's the right product, the right quality. Like the clients that come to us, these are people that come looking for quality. We offer quality, we offer durability. People that come to us come knowing that they are going to get that specifically. I've seen a lot of products that they are under quality and I don't have to buy them just because they are locally made. And it's not worth for government to continue supporting business that are not globally competent, because as the world is becoming smaller and we are integrating together, we will need to make the products that fits the whole standard, the entire global standards.
Supporting local is very important. It's good for the microeconomy, it's good for stimulation, for job creation, but your quality needs to be of good standard and your pricing needs to be hugely competitive. You can't just say, buy from me, we are from South Africa. You must be able to say, we've got the quality, we do create employment, we would like to compete internationally.
Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.
We love hearing from you, so do yourself that favor and hit the like button on our Facebook. That's joburgtoday.tv, or follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. Joburg's executive mayor, Mr. Parks Tau, in conjunction with the mayoral committee, hosted a U.S. delegate at the Apartheid Museum, the purpose being to boost economic partnership.
The city of Joburg holds a pivotal position on the continent. It is the economic hub and pulse of Africa. Here are some of its economic priorities, one of which is to strengthen ties with the United States.
Johannesburg is the same as a sovereign. When Johannesburg does well, South Africa does well. Any investment over R1 billion goes into a special process where we look at making sure decisions happen much faster. So we understand that big investors' time is money, and particularly things with lots of jobs at stake. So we put it through a fast-track process. And so that's the first thing. The second thing is we're working a lot with the private sector in Johannesburg. So that's why the South African Chamber of Commerce and the Joburg Chamber of Commerce were here today, their presidents. We're working very closely in how the city, the private sector and universities, because the technology side, collaborate a lot. So that's where a lot of the technology and innovation programs are coming from. And the third and final thing is, we know people come to Johannesburg for work, for entrepreneurship, not just for holidays. We are paying a lot of attention now to the quality of services, and we've taken some key services business needs, things like connection to electricity, time to get certain permits approved and so on, and we're putting that on a process to make sure we meet and exceed the benchmark of all our peer cities over the next 5 years. The US is one of our most important partners, mainly because they are very much into technology, which for Johannesburg is our main thing. And so we've had delegations going to New York, which is our partner city. And so if you look at our software precinct in Braamfontein, which the city of Johannesburg does with the University of Witwatersrand, we've got over R1 billion of investment from the US there. So IBM has come in, Microsoft is there, Cisco, a lot of the US technology firms are building themselves around a city program to promote young ICT entrepreneurs in Johannesburg. And it's become, I think, one of the coolest precincts in the country. And that's where a lot of our software is now coming from and in the years in the future.
Given the current economic challenges in the country, it makes sense to want to beef up investment opportunities. Well, that's what the presentations are focused on. Economic opportunities in Joburg, highlighting in particular the city as a prime investment destination.
We are delighted that the delegation accompanying Dr. Reid is here with us to incubate, build and strengthen business opportunities and encourage foreign direct investments in sectors ranging from ICT, tech startups to mixed-use urban real estate projects. As the US has so capably demonstrated over the recent decades, balancing economic growth with social upliftment happens at the local government level and hinges on innovative and inclusive economic development.
We found that a little money in the right place at the right time can go a long way. So we invested that money throughout Southern Africa. And we weren't trying to make money on it. We were trying simply to get some good businesses started. And some good businesses are working pretty well.
Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.
I'm John Terode and you're watching Joburg Today.
And that's all the time we have for you today, but be sure to check out our playlist for more. And that's it from me, Riley. I do hope you have a beautiful day.